All right, good morning. Today is July 16, Wednesday. So I hope you started your day with a positive mindset. All right, so I was going to say happy hump day. Did you know that Wednesday is actually hump day? Because it's right in the middle of the week. So we have 7 days in a week, and Wednesday is in the middle. So why do we call it hump day? Do you know what a hump is? Camels have humps, right? So hump is like it's meant for you to slow down and then quickly go faster. So in the Philippines, we have so many humps because a lot of tricycle drivers and motorcycle drivers are speeding up on the road. So the reason why it's called Wednesday Hump Day because pagdating ng Wednesday, ang bilis na lang matapos ng week. Like you can feel the speed of the week and then finally it's weekend. That's what everyone is looking forward to. The weekend, right? But apparently that's also the beginning of our yesterday you came here for the mock test, but today is the official face-to-face lecture. So Wednesday hump day. That's why we call it Wednesday hump day. That's my motivational talk for today. Not so motivational, but yeah. I hope everyone's momentum is not being disrupted by anything. I hope that everyone is still motivated to keep going and keep pursuing that band score, right? Okay. So today's topic is the common mistakes in speaking. I know that according to the link that I sent, it's supposed to be grammar 5, but some individuals here in the review center have requested to change it to common mistakes in speaking since this topic is actually vital for tomorrow's activity, which is one-on-one coaching session for your IELTS interview, right? That's the speaking subtest. Right. Lectures to talk about. Kasi yun talaga yung forte ko eh. Point out yung mga mali. All right, so, but I want you to know and to see beauty in identifying errors and mistakes. Definitely there's a beauty lying in it because without identifying and recognizing your weaknesses, you can't actually know what to improve. Diba? Huwag ko lang nagsasabi sa'yo na, uy, medyo kailangan mo improve yung character mo. Or parang, you know what? You're a nice person, but then you need to work on probably being more punctual or probably being more presentable or probably being more optimistic. Okay? So most of us, we are irritated whenever we're given corrections. Tama ba? Sino dito yung hindi naiirita pag kinokorek? Taas yung kamay nyo. Huwag kayong magpapaplastic dito. I know that whenever someone is correcting you, that instantly you would feel annoyed. Eh, na naman siya. Di ba? Sino ba yung mahilig mamuna ng mga mali natin? Moms. Dads. Husbands. Wives. Normally people who are close to us, right? Because people who are not close to you would not care to correct you. The only people who will correct you are the people who actually are concerned about you. Because when we say, I care for you, it actually also means mahal ka ng tao yun. Diba? So if nanonood kayo ng PBB collab, sino dito nanonood nun? Saan kayo? Wilka or Dasbia? Wilka, di ba? Sobrang cute. Pero meron line doon si Bianx. Sabi niya, I used to really, 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 really care about him. Pero syempre, filtered lang yun kasi she couldn't directly tell Kuya that she's in love. She used to be in love with Will. That's public TV, right? Naka-broadcast yon automatically. But it simply means when you care for someone, you have feelings or love that person. Kasi if not, hindi ka para mag-abala or ma-stress para sa improvement ng taong yun. So that's why this topic is very loving. Because it will talk about things that you're doing wrong, especially during your speaking in the interview. Okay? I'm gonna skip the next slide because it's irrelevant since the statistical data is not sure if it's still updated. Okay. As you all know already by now, you should know this by now. Okay, FYI, you should know this by now. The grading criteria for your speaking subtest will cover fluency and cohesion, vocabulary and lexical resource, grammar, and pronunciation. So tama ka kanina, Sheila, either of the two topics, pagdating sa speaking, importante pa rin yun. Either grammar 5 or common mistakes in speaking. Okay? But since, yes, we just had a grammar lecture last week with me, yeah, it's okay to talk about this one today. So definitely, fluency and cohesion talks about how smooth you deliver your answers. Were you able to give an organized answer? Were you able to make sure that your answers in the questions that are being asked are cohesive? When we say cohesive, it simply means may unity ba? Or na off topic ka na? Kasi sa sobrang dami mong ideas minsan, pwede kang ma-off topic. Pwedeng pagpaligoy-ligoy yung sinasabi mo. That's why it's important for you to know when to stop, know how to filter your answers, and be selective of which answers are best for the interview, which is going to reach the standards of IELTS. Because IELTS has a standard when it comes to speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So we want to achieve kung ano yung hinahanap ng mga examiner. Because your goal is to please the examiner. Because definitely the examiner is the one who's going to give you a score. Okay? Alright. Hindi naman mahirap i-please ang examiner. Mababaw lang naman ang kanilang kaligayahan pagdating sa sagot nyo. Gusto lang nilang makita how well thought of your answers are, how you present them, and how smooth you deliver them. Okay? Vocabulary and lexical resource. This is very important because I think vocabulary will affect all areas of English, of a language skill. When you're trying to learn a new language, definitely you need to be able to know, you have to be able to be equipped with proper vocabulary, right? Because it's like going to a war. If you are not fully equipped with the right weapon, how can you fight? Right? How can you defend yourself? How can you survive even, right? So definitely, vocabulary and lexical resource is your weapon in surviving the speaking test. Okay? So you can't give what you don't have. Aral-aral din pag may time. Learn a few words. Add 2 to 3 words a day in your vocabulary bank. And within a month, sige, wag naman masyadong nakaka-pressure. 3 words kasi parang medyo nakaka-pressure yan. But you know what? My Korean students, they study 100 words a day. Pero sige, the best way kasi for you to learn new words is to master them before adding more words to your vocabulary bank. Kumbaga, kung hindi mo pa na-master yung new words na natutunan mo this week, huwag ka muna mag-move on sa new set of words. Okay? Make sure that you've mastered the set of words that you know. And I taught you a trick already on how to improve your vocabulary. Sino dito kaya yung nakakaalala nung strategy na yun? Or nung suggestion ko? Did I suggest that you should read the whole dictionary? Is that what I gave you? Is that the suggestion that I gave you last time? It's actually not encouraged. Di mo kailangan basahin yung buong dictionary. What was the suggestion that I gave you? Learn cluster of words. Right? When we say cluster, it means group of words which you will more likely use in the interview. If you've been in the one-on-one coaching, definitely you would know that the first few questions on task 1 would be about yourself. Sige, review tayo. Quiz tayo. Ano yung mga tinatanong sa task 1? Yes, Lee May. Gusto ko yung what's your name? What's your name?
What is your name?
All right.
What's your name?
Then,
Uh-huh.
what do you do eat? Leisure time?
Leisure. What do you do in your leisure time? Yes, that's one of the common questions. Yes. Do you work or study? Hi, come in. What else? We have a new student. Hello. Welcome to class. Okay. Parang Xerox copy ni Mirna. We have Mirna adult and Mirna Liit. I'm just kidding. All right, so questions about your hobbies, right? What's your favorite hobby? What do you like to do on your free time? Who's your favorite music artist? Or what kind of genre are you into when it comes to music? So dapat alam niyo yung iba't ibang genre. Ballad, acoustic, R&B, pop, rock, metal rock, folk. Ano pa ba? The list goes on. But somehow you have to know what the genre of music, what are the different genres of music? How about the different genres of movies and series that you watch? Because most probably those questions will be asked on task 1, right? So we have romance, rom-com or romantic comedy, horror, sci-fi, suspense, thriller, fantasy. Those are the different genres when it comes to movies and series and dramas, right? Kasi baka itanong sa'yo, What do you do on your leisure time? And then your answer would probably be, I like watching movies and Netflix series. Ang sunod na itatanong na sa'yo, what kind of genre are you into? So dapat yung mga ganong vocabulary words, prepared ka na. You're equipped with those words. Kasi baka mami, tanongin ko, ano nagsasabi yung genre? Spelling ng genre. Ano yung spelling ng genre? Delphin. What is it? Exactly. Thank you. GNRE. Okay. Genre. GNRE. Thank you, Sheila. Okay. Leisure. Isa pa yan sa mga words na hindi familiar ang karamihan. Okay? When we say leisure, it talks about free time. What do you do in your leisure time? Ibig sabihin, free time, yun yung relax lang. Hindi kasali dun yung household chores. Hindi kasali dun yung school activities. Definitely hindi kasali dun yung work-related activities. Kasi pag sinabing leisure, it's something that you do for fun. Something that you do when you relax. So bakit ka sasagot na cleaning the house? Naiirita talaga. Parang ang sarap pang gigilan talaga yung mga sumasagot ng ang plastic, no? Naglilinis daw ng bahay pag leisure time, pero ang totoo, bed rotting, doom scrolling. Ano yun? Bed rotting is yung nakahilata ka lang, tapos muni-muni, killing time. But that's a leisure activity because that's something you do to relax. That's something you do on your free time. Kasi para sa akin, household chores, hindi yun free time eh. It's actually an obligation na nakaka-stress. Leisure time, yun yung magliliwaliw ka. Right? Punta ka muna ng Starbucks, and then kape-kape, ganon, people watching. Ano kayo sa akin? Yung mga people at the back. Pero yung people at the front, parang... Just kidding. So, yeah. Diba? People watching. That's a leisure activity. I actually like to do that. I tambay ako sa isang coffee shop alone. Alone na. Why? Because I like being alone. Mas okay yan kaysa may kausap ka nga na magulo naman kausap, diba? So I really like people watching kasi I observe how do people interact with each other. Ano kaya nakikita ko yung how their manners. So somehow I pick up something from them. Ganun pala dapat pag finesse. Ito naman eh. Sabi ko, people watching, hindi gwapo, hindi hunting ng gwapo ha. I'm just kidding. Ito naman defensive. Yes, exactly. That's right. So yun yung leisure activities, guys. Kaya sa susunod na magtanong ako sa interview, what is your leisure activity? Nobody will answer to me cleaning or doing household chores. Okay? Grammar. Good news, because grammar is not as important as it is in the writing test. Grammar is important. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that grammar is not as important in speaking as it is in writing. Because where grammar is most important is in writing, because you're leaving actual evidences of your mistakes. Your punctuations, spacing, spelling, wrong tenses. How old is your daughter? 7. Medyo, ano, tawag dito? Maku-culture shock siya sa mga maririnig niya dito. She's staring at me. You know what, guys? There's a video that I watched, and it says there are times where babies and toddlers or kids, they stare at certain people. You know, usually kids have very short attention span, right? But there are certain people that they look at and stare at for a long time. Because findings have shown that at a very young age, babies and toddlers, kids, they are easily captivated by attractive things or people. Huy, totoo yung napanood ko na yun. So, kaya pala, sabi ko, that's why whenever I go to the train, and then may nakakasalubong akong baby or kiddo, talagang nakikipaglaro siya sa akin, nakikipag-usap. But no, it's definitely the vibe, the aura, yun. It's like, kapag nakagaanan nila ng loob, ganun. So probably because I'm into kids and babies, and you attract what you are. So if you're playful, genuine, vibrant, kids love that, right? That's why they easily get attracted to you. Then we have pronunciation. Probably we're gonna plot a pronunciation lecture in the following weeks. Pronunciation is actually very important in speaking because this is how you deliver your sentences, the words. Because how you deliver them is very important. Pag nagkakamali tayo sa pronunciation, it also affects the overall comprehension. Okay? Tatawa ako, may kausap ako kahapon. I was talking about the beautiful beaches in the Philippines. Sabi niya, are you sure you're not talking about... May bata pala. Alam, yun na yun, okay? Are you sure you're not talking about that? And I said, hey, don't question my pronunciation. I did pronounce it correctly. The beautiful beaches. Kasi tinatanong niya, if ever I go to the Philippines, where would you recommend? And I said, there are so many beautiful beaches here in the Philippines. Sabi niya, I'm sorry, what? And I'm like, you heard me. Don't make me repeat myself. I get it. Okay? So these are the 4 grading criteria of your speaking subtest that you should be very conscious about, especially during the interview. So we're going to start off with the common mistakes with fluency and cohesion. How many of you have already seen this image? Nakita mo na to? Mas pina-lecture pa niya, no? Na-lecture na pala talaga niya. Alright, so what adjective can you think of to describe this woman's demeanor or facial expression? You think she looks confident? Nervous. Okay, thank you, Sheila. People from Zoom, any entries? Afraid, nervous. We have Benjo, Jillian, Patrick, and Mello. I've never met Benjo before. Are you a new student? Welcome to the class. I'm Coach Shannon. Nice to meet you. Any answers from people at Zoom? Tell me one word to describe this photo. Afraid or intimidated could be an answer. So, Sheila lang ba yung estudyante dito, guys? Yes, Limay.
Runaway bride.
She must have been a runaway bride, yeah. But we really don't know unless we see her dress, right? Okay. So it seems to me that she could be a runaway bride or a bride to be because ganito kasi yung feeling ng ikakasal eh. You're doing it for the first time. Most people do it for the first time. Kasi dito sa Philippines, lalo na wala namang divorce. We have annulment, but that takes a really long process and very costly, you know. So definitely, most Filipinos have experienced the wedding once in their lifetime. So how does it feel when you're about to get married? Some of you can't answer that yet because you've never been married yet, but let me answer it for you. To be honest, the day before I got married, I wanted to step back. I wanted to escape. Kasi ganun pala yung feeling na parang, tama ba itong gagawin ko? Right? Will I be able to like commit to this marriage? Because it's something that you do for the first time. That's why you're not confident. Everything you do for the first time, automatically you're not yet confident about it. Maybe on the second time, you're not yet confident about it. Anong kumusta? Be specific, please. Well, that is not really the scope of our topic today, so I can't answer that question. I'm sorry. Okay, so, pwede namang sabihin, happily married, gano'n. Pero syempre, dito yung plastic. Uy! I'm just kidding. Kasi alam naman natin, mga kababaihan, no? It's not that easy. Marriage is not happy all the time. It's not black and white all the time. It's really the wisest decision that you could ever make because you need to be wise when you're married. Okay? So, there you go. Try to remember something that you did for the first time. Edra. Do you know how to ride a bicycle? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so who among you knows how to ride a bicycle? Okay, Lime, you know how to ride a bicycle. Sheila. Okay, yung iba, walang mga tatay. Walang mga tatay. I mean, usually kasi yung mga dad yung nagtuturo. Hindi, self-taught. Galing nyo naman. Sino nagturo sa inyo mag-ride ng bicycle? Oh, playmates. All right. Pasensya na, tatay ko kasi nagturo sa akin. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, yeah, my stepdad taught me how to ride a bicycle. And then, hindi kasi siya sobrang hands-on kasi busy din sa work. So, hinayaan niya lang ako. Then eventually, I learned how to do it on my own. And before you even learn how to balance, you're gonna fall multiple times. You're gonna get bruises, wounds. Even nung marunong na ako, nahulog pa rin ako sa mic. Ano ba yan? Lampa? No, I'm just kidding. But the main point here is you're not yet confident to do something if you're doing it for the first time. So definitely that's how you feel when you're in an interview. Nababahing ako. Oh my God. Okay. So, one of the causes of stuttering and fillers is being uncomfortable, nervous, and self-conscious. Yung stuttering, yun yung nauutal-utal, maraming tapos maraming ums, and then yung fillers, yun yung words na nire-replace mo or nilalagay mo in the middle of the sentence which are unnecessary. For example, yeah. Yeah. Yeah ka ng yeah kahit wala naman talagang ikakaya. And then, yung word na like, yung word na okay, alright? You keep on adding those words which are actually unnecessary in your sentences. Okay? So, in order for you to overcome being uncomfortable, nervous, and self-conscious, the only way to do that is to keep practicing. Okay? If you want to improve your speaking skills, the only way is to practice every day. All right? Some people, they even practice English 24/7. So, mamaya pag uwi nyo, alam nyo na. Mom, where's the dinner? What do we have for dinner tonight? Ganon, okay? Oh, our food is hot dogs? I don't really like that. Can you cook something else? Ganon. All right, so practice, okay? May mga ilan-ilan dito, napaka-advantageous talaga ng sitwasyon, no? Ito kasi Mia na, nakakapag-practice siya effortlessly. Do you talk with him every day? Ah, yeah, okay. But most of the time, right? Yeah, okay. So, oh, okay. Irita. Okay. Ang bitter, no? I was gonna say, wala. Okay. Limited vocabulary. So one of the reasons why we stutter is because we can't automatically think of the right word to say. Ano na nga yun? Sa isip-isip mo, ano na nga English nun? Nakakatawa kasi totoo. Di ba? Sometimes it happens to me too. Because English is not my first language. English is not my mother tongue. So sometimes I think in Filipino too. So the only way for you to improve your vocabulary, again, keep reading and observing English speakers. Nood ng mga English-oriented vlogs, movies. May magandang movie ngayon sa Netflix na panood nyo na ba? The title is Bricks. Brick ba yun or Bricks? Actually, di ko siya natapos. Yung attention span ko these days, hindi talaga siya maayos. So in the middle of the movie, I didn't finish it. But it's interesting because it's a one-of-a-kind movie. I've never watched anything like this before. So the title of the movie is Bricknak, BRICK. Okay. So you might want to watch that. Other movie suggestions would be yung mga Englishan. Napanood niyo na yung The Old Guard first entry or yung first part? Meron ng 2. Nasa Netflix na siya. Ganda din yun. And then, yeah. Just watch more English language movies. Another problem is the speaker does not understand the question or is unfamiliar with the topic. Okay, what do you do in these kinds of situations? If you did not understand the question or you were not familiar with the topic. First step, you have to be an active listener. So, listen to the keywords. Because when you listen to the keywords, you can somehow get an idea of what the question is. Second, ask for repetition. Kasi baka sakaling medyo na lose, medyo nawalan ka lang ng focus at first. Right? Pero eventually, pag narinig mo ulit yung tanong, somehow may maiisip ka ng sagot. Right? And, mas clear kasi pag pinaulit mo. Now, if really you don't have anything, any idea talaga about the topic, hindi mo na panood sa news, it's a topic that you can't relate to, it's a topic that you have zero knowledge about, what I can advise you is just be honest. Simply say, I'm sorry, I'm not yet knowledgeable about that topic, but rest assured, once I get home, I will do my research and I will educate myself about that topic. So yeah, there you go. Mas maganda pakinggan kesa pinipilit mong isagot yung hindi ka naman confident. Na hindi ka naman sure if tama ba yung isasagot mo. And good news, may mga students na po talagang nakapasa at nakakuha ng mataas na score. Even if sinabi niya yung mga words, yung sentence na, I'm sorry, I'm not fully aware about that topic, but rest assured, once I get home, I will do my research and educate myself about it. Hindi niya papalitan. Pwedeng may kasunod pa siyang itanong. Depende kung saan niya tinanong. Sa task 1 ba? Sa task 2? Sa task 3? Doon kasi sa test taker ng Naira English Kabanatuan, tinanong sa kanya yon sa task 3, yun na yata yung final question. Nagbigay naman siya ng insight, pero nagsabi din siya na hindi siya fully knowledgeable about that topic. And okay lang naman, naka 8.5 pa rin siya sa speaking. Because it's proof that IELTS is not an intellectual test alone. It doesn't measure how intellectual a person is when it comes to certain topics. IELTS wants to measure your speaking capability, your speaking skills. Okay? At hindi naman lahat ng topic alam mo, right? Even me, not confident when it comes to politics. So I don't really want to talk about it, right? But that's okay. Another cause of stuttering is trying not to commit fillers. When you try not to commit fillers, dun ka pa masyado nagko-commit ng fillers. Because you're overly conscious or you're overdoing it. Okay? In short, wag OA. It's a speaking test. Alright? Another cause is unable to link words, phrases, and sentences to form an idea. So, ganito kayo sumagot. What's your favorite movie? Plainly, sinabi mo, Titanic. Titanic. It is fun. It was exciting to watch. I like the characters. Ang boring, ang dull, di ba? I think it would have been better if you said, I'm really a movie lover, but one of the OG movies that I like the most is Titanic. I know it's a classic, but it hits different because Titanic is a combination of romance, tragedy, and survival. Okay, thank you. What I love most about that movie was the love story between Jack and Rose, despite the fact that they met each other in a very short period of time. They they instantly click because they genuinely felt same feelings. And even if they were going through the worst in their life, they chose to stay together. Yee! Diba? Ang cute. So, dagdagan mo ng konting, alam mo yan, spice. Hindi, ang boring kasi kung ano lang, kung basic lang yung isasagot mo. It's very dull. Gusto mo bang masabihan ka ni Sir Kevin na, your answers are dull? He says that sometimes. So, medyo masakit yan, ha? Kaya lagyan mo ng kulay yung mga sagot mo. So, in order for you to link certain words or certain ideas together, you can use common linking words or discourse markers such as introducing opinions. I guess. I think. I believe. Last mga Miss Universe ng I believe, ano? All right, for example, the question is, would you prefer a job that offers a high salary or a satisfying job? I believe having both would be a blessing. But if I were to choose between job satisfaction and high salary, I would choose a job that would satisfy me because if I enjoy doing what I do, I believe I'm going to be productive and fruitful in that area. And soon enough, I will be recognized and given promotion in due time. As compared to a job with a high salary that I don't really enjoy, I wouldn't be giving everything that I have in that career. And I would just give myself mental problems. Diba? So, gano'n, mag-reason out ka. Bigay mo yung 2 views and then reiterate the fact that you would choose a job that would satisfy you. Okay? Introducing reasons. Alright, ito, lagi kong sinasabi sa mga iniwinawa one-on-one coaching ko, yung tipong nakikipagtitigan pa talaga sila sa akin. Kasi naghihintay ako ng sagot sa why. What's your favorite hobby? Sabihin niya, basketball. O tapos, titigan na lang tayo, ganon. Hindi ganon As much as I can play the titigan game, I'm not gonna do that. I have to expect you to reason out. Kung nananahimik si coach, ibig sabihin nun, sagutin mo yung tanong na why. Alright? Basketball, because it's a team sport that I play usually with my friends. I enjoy it a lot because it also serves as my physical exercise. And definitely, I get to bond with my friends in the afternoon. Here in my country, the Philippines, a lot of Filipinos love basketball. So in every village, you can find a basketball court. And you just have to go there and hang out with some friends. You can play basketball. It's easy to access. It's fun to play. It's a very good exercise because it's cardio and a holistic exercise since you have to run a lot. O ganun lang, 2 to 3 sentences. Mahirap ba? Para sa'yo, ma'am, hindi. Pero para sa amin, oo. Okay. Yeah, it sounds easy when I construct the sentences. Pero kaya nyo rin yun. You have to instill in your brain na kaya nyo yun. Don't accept negativity, okay? Just be optimistic about it. Give it your best shot. Kasi gusto mo to, right? You have to make sure that the examiner feels the energy na gusto mo to. Kaya gagalingan mo. Right? Now, introducing results of something. What do you think is the reason why there is traffic congestion in Metro Manila? Ang hirap naman ng tanong. Eh ngayon ma'am, wala na kasi di ba meron ng pinatupad na nag-reason out ka pa. Yun na nga yung situation. Traffic congestion ang topic. So how will you explain that? There are many causes of traffic congestion in Metro Manila. One of them is overpopulation. So I think the solution would be giving better job opportunities in provinces so that people or employees will not go to Manila and look for a better career opportunity. Because if the government already provides good sources of income in the provinces, people will no longer have the need to apply for jobs in Metro Manila. Another reason could be too many private vehicles. Nowadays, it's so easy for you to own a car because there is what you call a loan system. So nowadays, yung solution pala yung itigil na yung mga loan, yung mga pa-loan ng mga cars para walang maraming private vehicles. What do you guys think is the solution to minimize the number of private vehicles in Metro Manila? Okay, what is it? Ito naman, medyo nakaka-hurt yun, wala rin kaming garage. Okay, just kidding. Now, if you're uncertain, you could use words such as maybe, probably, okay? So, for example, hypothetical question was asked to you. What would you do if you had yada, yada, yada? Or another common hypothetical question would be, if you could go on a vacation with your family, where would it be? Probably after 5 years, I can afford to take my family abroad. I want to treat them to Hong Kong Disneyland because it's the happiest place on earth. Uy, totoo yun. Gusto kong pumunta ng Hong Kong Disneyland. Sama kayo. KKB. Pero naman basag trip eh. Hong Kong nga gusto. Okay. So there you go. And if you want more tips, ay teka, may na-skip akong slide. All right, so another reason why your ideas lack organization is because there are too many ideas in your minds. By the way, just for context, kasi di ba hindi mo naabutan yung first part. This is entitled Common Mistakes in Speaking. So this is vital for the interview tomorrow. So my one-on-one coaching bukas, it's either me or Sir Kevin. Di nyo pa malalaman yun. It's a surprise! Parang Kinder Egg. Surprise. So, yun na nga. You have to take these tips into consideration because definitely it's gonna help you in your interview. Okay? So, bakit ba marami kang iniisip kasi? During the interview, bakit marami tayong iniisip? Na-overwhelmed kasi tayo ng kaba. Diba? Kaya tuloy, ang conscious mo, ito kaya yung isasagot ko? Natutuwa kaya si ma'am if ito? Pogi kaya ako pag ito yung sagot ko? I'm just kidding. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, huwag masyadong ma-overwhelm. And the only way for you not to be too overwhelmed in your interview is for you to repeatedly attend the one-on-one coaching para masanay ka pa unti-unti kung paano ba ang nasa sitwasyon na gano'n. Because the higher the familiarity is, the higher your confidence will be. Okay? Because I have a break time. All right. So these are ways on how you can arrange your ideas. We have number 1, chronological order. Number 2, spatial, causal, problem solution, and topical order. So when we say chronological order, it simply means may sinusunod tayong timeline. Alright? Especially if the question is asking you to describe your daily routine. Or, what do you do in the morning? What do you do at night? Step by step, you're going to talk about what you do. Okay? Of course, you have to start with the basics. What do you do in the morning? In the afternoon, in the evening, and at bed. Bedtime. Bedtime, okay? So, guys, hindi nyo naman kailangan like, when I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I eat breakfast. Hindi naman ganun ka-detailed. So, pwede namang generalized. For example, I wake up at around 7 in the morning since I'm an early bird. And then I grab breakfast and do some hygiene activities such as skincare, taking a shower. And then by lunch, I need to prepare and cook because I need to feed my family. Or ano pa ba? And then since I work from home, I'm not really busy during the afternoon. I have a lot of time to watch some series or movies or any TV program. And then in the afternoon, I start preparing for work because my job starts at around 5 to 6 p.m. every day. And from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m., I have my work from home job. And at around 11, I start preparing for bed. Yun lang, ganun lang ma-generalize. Hindi kailangan sobrang detailed. Okay, spatial order. This is used when you are asked to describe your home. Can you talk about your house? What's your favorite room in your house? Can you describe it? Of course, you have to talk about the spaces. So, ano uunahin mo? Don't jump from one topic to another. You have to make sure na if yung exterior yung uunahin mo, dun ka muna focus. Now, if your house doesn't have any backyard or front yard, just say it. But if it does, then please include it. All right? I live in a 2-story house. We have a very spacious backyard and front yard. In fact, our backyard has a swimming pool. Eme lang yun. May masagot lang. And our front yard has a garage which can actually fit 3 cars and a helicopter. Huy, di ako nagbibiro. Yung tinirhan ko ang bahay doon nung nasa ibang bansa kami, ganun talaga yung bahay nila. May malaking space sa harapan, kasya yung helicopter. Because it's a football field. And then there's a really big tangerine garden, which also has lemon trees and apple trees. At ang trabaho ko doon, tagapitas. Charis! Tagapitas pala. So yes, You can talk about the front yard, the backyard, and then start talking about the porch. We have a porch or a terrace in front of our house where we can have breakfast and coffee. That's my favorite moment in the morning. Having to spend time with my mom, chit-chatting over hot coffee and some hot pandesal. Hindi ka pagpapandesal. Hot bread. Hot bread, okay? Once you step into our house, the first room is the living room. We have a comfortable couch. Isa lang. We have comfortable sofas which can fit up to 10 guests. And we also have an 85-inch TV. Eh, bakit ka pa mag-a-abroad? Just kidding. Ikaw, bahala kung paano mo i-describe yung bahay nyo. Ina-exage ko lang, guys, ah. Okay, naniniwala sa mga sinasabi ko. And then, the first floor has 3 bedrooms and a kitchen. Then on the second floor, we also have 2 guest rooms, a comfort room, and a spacious area for parties. Then isa pang tinanong sa akin sa interview, what is the best feature of your home? Well, our home has a lot of really good features, but my favorite one is our indoor plants. They serve as a really good decoration. They add to the aesthetic of the house, but definitely more than that, they add to our health benefits because we can access oxygen through those plants that we have, indoor plants, even though we don't go out of the house too often. Once you have plants, you have fresh air inside the house. Okay? Any questions? 5 minutes. So we have causal order, cause and effect. What is the cause? I-discuss mo. At i-discuss mo din yung effect. Problem solution, it's basically similar. What do you think is the solution to your country's issue of poverty? Ano nga ba ang solution sa poverty, guys? Yeah. You mean to stop corruption or to start? Be clear. Okay, so we have to eliminate corruption in the government. Pero hindi ko sinasuggest na i-navigate nyo towards politics yung topic because baka mamaya, alam nyo yun, ma-red flag ka. But probably you can talk about social issues that we're facing nowadays, which is lack of family planning. What else? Poverty, lack of education, right? And lack of opportunities, career opportunities. And of course, poor governance. Again, wag na lang mag-mention ng mga taong specific because ayaw natin mapunta sa ganong issue. Okay? And of course, topical order. Yung meron kang main topic and then lalagyan mo siya ng subtopics. Okay? For example, the main topic is air pollution. So what are the subtopics of air pollution? Gas emissions. Factory. Ano ba? Smoking, right? Those are major causes of air pollution. You can discuss that under the topic air pollution. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to quickly give you a 5-minute break time. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Okay, so we're still talking about fluency. So these are the common problems that we face. Hesitation. Ito yung mga moment na bigla ka lang mapapatahimik, tapos mapapaisip ka talaga kung ano yung isasagot mo. Yun yung hesitation. Tama kaya itong isasagot ko? Tama ba itong word na naisip ko? Alright? And self-correction. Okay? So, one of the causes is focusing too much on vocabulary and grammar. Yung extra conscious ka na magkamali sa grammar at sa vocabulary. That's why you don't need to correct yourself. All you have to do is move on with the error that you made. Forgive yourself right away. And i-correct mo na lang siya sa mga susunod mo bang sasabihin. Okay? Changing answers in the middle of speaking. Nakakalito to sa examiner. So don't keep changing your answers. If you've already agreed to something, make sure na paninitigan mo na yung sagot na yun. Hindi para lituhin mo pa si examiner mamaya at sasabihin mo, on the other hand, I disagree. Yara, yara, yara. So, hindi din naman maganda yun. Okay? Think quickly before you talk or anticipate questions. It means, since paulit-ulit mo nang ginagawa tong coaching, I'm sure, hindi naman din sobrang magiging iba yung matatapat sa yung tanong sa task 2, tsaka 3. Somehow, na-tackle na natin, na-discuss na natin sa ating coaching sessions. Alright? So, sino pala dito yung hindi makaka-attend ng coaching tomorrow? Pwede tayo mag-coaching after class. Wala naman. Sige, later. Okay. Next, we have long pauses or keeping quiet. It's very similar to hesitating. But kasi more than 2 seconds kang hindi nagsalita, the examiner would consider you don't know how to answer the question. So try not to make pauses that are longer than 2 seconds. Do not worry about your ideas. This is not an intelligence test. Distracted, daydreaming, thinking about consequences of test results. Okay, first of all, I've already discussed with you before, physical condition, emotional condition, all that is important prior to your exam date. So, isettle mo na lahat ng kailangan mong isettle, i-cut off mo na yung mga taong kailangan mong i-cut off sa pansamantala or pansamantagal, di ba? Para lang hindi mag-cause ng distraction. Kasi akala nyo lang na hindi nakaka-distract yung emotional, kung ano mang emotional na pinagdadaanan nyo, but it will eventually distract you. So, the best thing to do is if you feel like yung pinakabahay nyo mismo yung nagkakos ng stress or mga tao sa bahay nyo, makitulog ka muna dun sa kapitbahay. Charot. Nakapitbahay na lang siya talaga. No. Baka may gawin nyo pa yung dahilan. Sabi kasi ni Ma'am. Case by case scenario din naman yun, guys. So, of course, if you're distracted, make sure na 1 week mo muna wag kausapin yung taong kaaway mo. Or sabihin mo muna sa mga tao sa bahay nyo, wag nyo muna akong istressin, awayin. Please lang, 1 week lang, oh. Diba? After ng exam ko, sige, go. Bardagulan na ulit sa bahay. Diba? So, wag din mag-overthink masyado kung makakapasa ba or babagsak kasi when you're overthinking of the results, masyadong ma-restrain yung isip mo. Okay? So, focus on the task at hand. Focus on the exam. Another reason is thinking of better or appropriate words. Ngayon, kung hindi talaga maisip yung word na gusto mong sabihin, describe it. Okay? So, for example, gusto mong gamitin yung word na complicated. Hindi mo siya maisip agad-agad sa pinaka-point na yun. So, ang sasabihin mo na lang, it's not easy to understand. You use descriptive words, but it has the same meaning with complicated, right? Okay. Short answers. Ayan. Yes, no lang ang sinasagot, single words lang ang sinasagot, or phrases lang ang sinasagot during the interview. It's a sign that if you continually do that from task 1 to task 3, definitely you're gonna secure a very low band score. Kasi hindi po ganun yung IELTS. Kailangan more daldal. You have to be very talkative when you are in the interview. The more you talk about it, the better. Pero syempre, you have to also make sure na hindi naman ma-off topic or mawawalan ng relevance yung sagot mo. Okay? So, another cause of short answers is because hindi mo naisipan ng structure yung task 2. I would always say, make sure that you reach 2 minutes on task 2. Right? So, ganito kasi yan, guys. Hanggat hindi nagmo-move on si examiner sa next question, just keep talking. Hayaan mo na lang na antayin mo na lang. Kasi hindi mo din alam kung 2 minutes na ba yun. Diba? Wala namang timer dun eh. So, hanggat hindi siya nag-move on sa susunod na tanong, which is task 3 na, sign na yon natapos na yung task 2, at doon na kayo sa task 3, magkwento ka lang ng magkwento sa task 2. Ma'am, wala na nga ako maisip. Isipin mo yung kapitbahay nyo. Kung related ba doon yung kwento, ikwento mo na rin yung sa kapitbahay. Di ba? Pero syempre, kailangan related pa rin sa topic. Let's say the topic on task 2 is about, talk about a kind neighbor. Pag natapos mo na lahat ng bullet questions, magdagdag ka ng kwento. Kasi pag dinagdagan mo ng kwento, hahaba lalo yung mga sasabihin mo. Okay? For example, ang tanong doon sa describe a kind neighbor, who is he or she? Tapos, give a physical description of that neighbor. Why do you consider him, her kind? What are other endearing characteristics that neighbor has? Madali lang sagutan yun. Ngayon, magdagdag ka ng kwento. Okay, for example, in the country where I live in, which is the Philippines, most neighbors are usually relatives. So my neighbors are also my family members, my uncles, my aunts, and my cousins. Among them, my favorite one is my uncle Marcelino, because he's a great cook. He's a person who knows how to do acts of camaraderie. In fact, he's also a very talented singer. He's very popular in our neighborhood because we've been living there for a few decades now. So my uncle, he's tall, dark, and haggard. Haggard na kasi 60 plus na eh. Ano bang i-fresh ng 60 plus? Guys naman. Hindi, sorry. May mga 60-something naman na fit and fresh. Pero usually naman kasi talaga, may edad na yung ganong itsura, di ba? Pero syempre, huwag mo naman sabihin haggard yung tito mo. He's tall, dark, and handsome. However, he has already lost most of his hair. He's gone bald because he's already 60-something. Abay, natural, di ba? Makakahanap ko ba 60-something na makapal pa yung bunbunan? Uy, grabe naman yun. Pag Benson ka mo siya. Yung nagtatanim pa ng hair. Ay, mga ganong process na ngayon, ano. So, let me continue task 2. Other characteristics of him that I find really attractive is his charm. He's a very charming man, although he's in his 60s. He tends to be very kind to everyone. He offers food whenever there's a festivity or a celebration at their house. He would gather his friends and they would merrily have a hang out together, drink and sing at the videoke. And definitely one of the most unforgettable moments that I had with my uncle was when he visited my mom at the hospital when my mom was about to pass away. I remember how much he made me see the love of a sibling. Di ba napaka-personal nun? Pero dun mo talaga siya matatouch, si examiner. Pag mga, ano tawag doon? Antig puso. Ano? Nakakaantig damdamin. Ayun, nakakaantig damdamin ng mga kwento. Dun mo siya makukuha. At saka kasi pag totoo yung kwento, iba din yung effect eh. So yeah, pwede kang magdagdag. I remember he visited my mom, they hugged. Little did he know that was the last time that he could ever hug my mom. And as far as I know, she's his favorite sibling. So that moment was definitely a core memory for me and definitely for my uncle. So yun, naka 2 minutes ka na nun. Huwag na natin ituloy at baka magkaiyakan pa dito. Alright, so getting off topic. Sobra namang kadaldalan, oo. Pwede rin naman yan maging cause ng ikakababa ng score mo. May mga ganyang tao sobrang daming kwento, hindi alam kung kailan titigil, di ba? Huwag ma-carry away. Kailangan focus pa rin tayo sa topic. Huwag masyadong maraming gustong sa buhay. Di ba? Okay lang yan. 3 to 4 sentences, sapat na yun. That's not bad at all. Ako nga, 2 to 3 sentences, pero hinakabaan ko na lang yung mga sentence para pasok sa banga. Okay? So, malaki yung tendency na ma-off topic. Lalo na kung hindi mo pinakinggan mabuti yung tanong. Kasi ang tanong lang naman, guys, what is your complete name? Pero yung iba sa inyo, sasabihin pa, I'm single. I'm 25 years old and I'm single. Hindi tinatanong ni examiner at hindi siya interesado. Okay? Wala na lang ako kasing ganda mo si Catriona. Okay, so, pero yun nga, hindi naman yun para itanong pa yung civil status mo. Kasi irrelevant na yun. Dahil lang gusto lang naman ni examiner ma-assess yung speaking skills mo. Hindi para kilalanin ka pa ng on a deeper level, right? Okay, so next we have common mistakes in vocabulary and lexical resource. Finally, we're moving on to the next aspect or category. Again, yung mga news, yung articles, educational articles na binigay ko sa inyo guys last time. Nasa Wong Chong pa rin siya. Nabasa niyo ba yung comment ni Sir Kevin doon? Talaga natatawa ako. Ay, nako. So, yun. Access niyo yung mga sites na yon if you want something reliable. Okay? So, one of the causes of misuse of vocabulary words is definitely namamali ka ng gamit ng words. Ngayon, if hindi ka talaga confident kung paano gamitin yung certain word, might as well refrain from using it. Okay? No need to use words that are too difficult to understand. Just stick with the basic words, easy to understand words. At least sure ka. Ang importante lang naman, communicate your thoughts effectively. If the best way for you to communicate your thoughts effectively is through the use of easy words or basic words, then do so. Huwag mo nang pahirapan yung sarili mo, okay? Highfalutin words, kung advanced level student ka, go. If you can use it confidently, go. Pero kung low beginner, intermediate level ka, tapos hindi ka naman sure paano gamitin yung mga ganong high complex words, huwag mo nang pahirapan pa yung sarili mo. Okay? Repeated use of specific words. Okay? Kapag kasi nire-repeat yung words, pinapakita nyo lang na hindi kayo competent pagdating sa vocabulary. So that's why, gaya ng inaral natin last week about grammar for IELTS, kahit sa writing, hindi maganda yung repetition. Even sa speaking. Kasi isa sa mga grading criteria sa speaking, tsaka sa writing, is vocabulary. And if you keep repeating the same words over and over, hindi ko na dadagdagan ng again. Kasi pag over and over again, redundant na yon. So magkaiba ang repetition sa redundancy, ah. Repetition kasi paulit-ulit mong sinasabi yung same word. Pag naman redundancy, same words, same meaning of words in a sentence na nagiging double meaning na. Okay? So, the only way for you to avoid repetition of words is, of course, enrich your vocabulary. That's it. Pagyamanin ang ating kaisipan. Right? Galing ko mag-translate sa Tagalog, no? If you cannot think of a synonym, replace the word with a phrase that describes it. There's a Filipino dish that I really love, and it's called adobo. Eh, hindi ka talaga makaiwas sumagot ng adobo eh. Nasabi mo na. Panindigan mo na lang. Describe mo na lang. By the way, adobo is a dish, which is most popular dish in the Philippines. You can cook it either with pork or chicken. And it's a combination of soy sauce and vinegar. And different kinds of ingredients such as garlic, onions, spices, and herbs would help make it more tasty. But adobo is best paired with hot rice and Coca-Cola. Yeah, thank you so much. Hala, nag-crave talaga sa adobo. Or but no, even foreigners love adobo. They like it. Right? Yeah, it's for everybody. Okay. Overuse of transition signals. Eto. Pag sinabing transition signals, yun yung conjunctions like but, and, also, in addition, mga ganyan. So may mga students din naman na hindi na natapos yung sentence, hindi na nabuo kasi puro and ang nilalagay. For example, what do you like to do on your free time? I like to watch movies, and I also like to spend time in the garden, and I also like to go shopping. And on my free time, I also like to travel with my family. O, di ba hindi na natapos yung sentence kasi N. Ibig sabihin nun, i-organize mo muna sa isip mo. Ano ba talaga yung gusto mong isagot at focus ka doon. Okay? It's very important for you to know how to stop, when to stop and how to focus. Okay? So, overuse of adverbs. Ayan, Bianca de Vera. Na naman. Kasi di ba niya, sabi niya, I really care about will. Di ba? So, na-overuse niya yung adverbs. Isa pang na-overuse natin na adverb is very. It's very hot in the Philippines. O ano yung pwede niyong ipalit doon? It's scorching hot in the Philippines. Scorching, talagang masakit sa balat. Okay? Yun yung scorching hot. Or, you can say, today's weather is severely hot. Or, instead of very good, you can say, Sally is an excellent singer. Di ba mas maganda pakinggan pag ganong words ang gagamitin mo? Instead of madaming really, madaming very. Pero kasi nakasanayan na nating mga Pilipino na masyadong gumamit ng very tsaka really. So, practicein pa rin natin na wag. Okay? Parroting the examiner. Parroting literally means repeating what the examiner said. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is, yun yung parroting. Okay? I actually love red. By the way, pag sinabi nating color, huwag nyo nang dagdagan ng, I love color blue. I love color green. Because green, red, blue, orange, those are colors. So, pag dinagdagan mo pa ng color, ibig sabihin na redundant na siya. So, just say, I'm into blue. I love that color because it reminds me of the ocean. It's so serene, calm, and vast. There's so many things undiscovered in the ocean. But that's what makes the ocean so beautiful and mysterious. The things that you haven't discovered yet. And the things that you have yet to discover in the ocean. Such as what? Alam niyo ba yung nababalita na giant squid? Ito kaya yun? Kasi there are some footage that there are giant squids, right? Ano pa kayo mga giant na nasa ilalim ng dagat? Because definitely marami pa talagang hindi na-discover eh. I mean, Earth is composed of 70% ocean, water, body of water, right? Standard introduction speaking task 2. Isa sa mga common na pagkakamali ng mga test takers, babasahin nila yung pinaka-topic sa task 2 at babasahin din nila isa-isa yung bullet questions. So, hindi ganon. Kailangan para ka lang nagkikwento. So, balik tayo dun sa describe a kind neighbor. Describe a kind neighbor. Tapos may biglang, okay, what is the physical appearance? Okay. He is very tall, dark, and handsome. Yada. Tapos, next question. What are his characteristics? Hindi ganon, okay? Kailangan para ka nagkikwento. Who is the person you admire the most? Wala akong maisip. Okay. Okay, sige. In today's world, it's easy to access information about different kinds of celebrities. And it's easy to know about their lives. There is one specific celebrity that I really look up to. Her name is Gal Gadot. She is a famous Hollywood actress, and she is mostly known as Wonder Woman. There's so much about her to admire: her physique, her intelligence, and her life advocacy. She, for me, is not just one of the most iconic heroines that has played the role of Wonder Woman, but she's a real life hero. Because I have heard that she's advocating blah 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 blah. Hindi ko na alam yung mga advocacies niya, pero alam ko sinasabuhay niya talaga yung pagiging Wonder Woman. Ang ganda-ganda niya, no? So, ganun. Parang ka lang nagkikwento. Hindi yung parang step by step, babasahin mo pa isa-isa yung mga tanong. Ganun, okay? Murmuring in Filipino. Ayan. Or biglang mapapasabi ka ng mga Tagalog words. So, what do you do for a living? I have a sari-sari store. Okay, so instead of saying I have a sari-sari store, it's best to say I have a mini grocery store. Okay? So, wag tayong magbanggit na akala natin porket familiar yung word na yon among Filipinos, i-assume natin na familiar yung word na yon among everyone else in internationally. So, yeah. The solution is try to describe the object or topic if you do not know the word for it. Yun na nga. Kung talagang wala kang ibang masagot kundi ang favorite mong food ay pakbet, i-describe mo ngayon kung ano yung pakbet. Okay? It's a combination of different kinds of vegetables, sauteed in onion and garlic and tomatoes. Oh, oo nga no, sinasaute siya sa. We also saute it with a special Filipino ingredient called bagoong. Pero kasi Tagalog yung bagoong eh. Ano ba yung English ng bagoong? Fish.
Brine shrimp.
Ha?
Shrimp po yata, brine shrimp. Okay.
Baby shrimp.
Shrimp paste.
Shrimp paste, ayun! Ay, galing. Nagluluto ka? Wow, pwede na mag-asawa. Shrimp paste nga pala yun, ano? Baby shrimp. Sabi sa inyo, pagdating sa pagluluto, hindi kayo dapat sa akin nagtatanong. Okay, common mistakes with grammar. Pagod na ako. Tigilan natin to, guys. Charis. Okay. So, common mistakes in grammar, we have unfinished or incomplete sentences. Yan. What do you like to do on vacation? I like going to the beach. Ganun yung tono talaga eh. Tapos tatapusin. Yung nag-expect si examiner ng may kasunod. Yung merong kaduktong yung sasabihin mo, pero tinapos mo lang sa, I like going to the beach. So, yung mga ganun na, iwasan natin. I like going to the beach. Ganon. Because whenever I'm at the beach, I feel relaxed. When I listen to the waves hitting the shore and the innocent chirping of birds and the quiet, the peace and quiet of the environment, it helps me think clearly and de-stress from the toxicity of everyday life. Clear blue waters make you feel like you're forgetting all the problems that you have. Yeah. And when you see the beautiful palm trees, just make sure you're not relaxing under a palm tree because a coconut might fall onto your head. Di ba nangyayari yun? Ang tagal ko nang di nag-beach. Naisip ko bigla. When was the last time that I went to the beach?
Sarap sa Dingalan.
That's a place that I don't want to go to. Pero may magandang place sa Dingalan, yung White Sand. Eh kasi hindi ko makaligo sa Dingalan dahil ang lakas ng current eh. Yeah. But it's fun kasi may banana boat. Tapos meron ding yung ATV. Di ba? Uso na ngayon yun, ATV. But if I were to choose, I think I want to go to the most clear waters that I've been to is in Masbate Island. Have you been there? Medyo malapit na siya sa Bicol, ganun.
Hindi ako malayo ko.
Davao. Is that in Davao?
Hindi ko pa.
Ay, pa Bicol na. Sino?
Mati.
Who's that?
Ang puro yung ganun ng Bicol.
I've been to Bicol too. Caramoan. Parang,
Nideliver po ako ng gulay doon. Galing pong Benguet.
how many hours?
33.
33?
Apak po. Po ang driver. Tapos po ang
So,
winters po yung location.
grabe. Actually, when I traveled to Bicol, it took us 17 hours from Manila. Naka-van kami. Tapos, grabe, ang bilis ng driver. Hindi ako nakatulog sa biyahe kasi natatakot ako mabangga. Kasi yung driver talaga, kahit may ka-overtake na siya, sisingit niya talagang ganun. Galing eh.
Hindi ko pa dalawang pa kayo pa. Ang wala siya. Or sometimes.
What? Pero ang ganda sa Bicol. It's so beautiful. Tapos meron silang bagong tourist attraction ngayon. Yung parang ginaya nila yung sa Italy. Anong tawag doon? Yung sa Bicol, yung may temple. Alam niyo ba yung sa Rome? Sorry, sa Rome, yung dome sa Rome.
Wala pa.
So, pag ganyan, balikan kayo or nagsistay?
Mapenta na. Tapos pag uwi ko namin, meron po kaming backlog ng isda.
Galing saan?
Tapos dadalhin ako.
Free lang?
Pasta.
Ano talaga?
Sige po.
Family business niyo yan. So ikaw, you're just supervising or are you driving?
Ako po yung mga kasi.
Kaya sinasama ka.
Tapos yung siguro daw.
So sino na ngayon nagsusupervise?
Hindi po muna bumabiyahe. Po yung mga araw na kayo pa ako.
Kala ko tourist attraction yung ipapakita.
Kain po yung daw.
It's fun naman siguro, no? Kasi parang 33 hours on the road. Grabe, paano kayo nalilito?
Loaded po yung truck.
Yeah, I understand.
Pero naman, 3 hours akong hindi ko araw-araw. 3 hours. 3 days, 3 days. 3 times.
Eh, paano nga? Nagbiyagaan ka? Naliligo ka?
Yan, ganun. Siyempre, pagdating na punas muna sa muna kawakas na rin.
Okay, let's continue. Always complete your sentences, okay? So let's take a look at some common grammar errors. So we have subject verb agreement. William is a sports enthusiast. He liked play basketball. Can somebody correct this sentence?
Oops.
What's the answer? Likes. He likes. He likes me. He likes me. I'm just kidding. He likes to play basketball. And you have to put a period, or you can just change it to he likes to play basketball, or he likes playing basketball. Okay. William is a sports enthusiast. He likes to play basketball. Period. Or he likes playing basketball. Inappropriate personal pronouns. My father is a businessman and he knows how to make money. Alright? Pero minsan, in spoken English, magkakamali ka din talaga sa pronoun. It's normal, it's organic. Even I make mistakes with pronouns sometimes. So, ganun lang talaga. Even native speakers make mistakes with pronouns, but that's okay. Don't correct yourself anymore. What you need to do is move on to the next sentence and just correct it on the next sentence. Because the more you emphasize, the more you highlight your mistake, the more obvious it is. At imbis na hindi na napansin ni examiner, lalagyan ka ngayon ng point deductions. Alright, so nouns and pronouns contradict a number. Let's try to correct this sentence. I think students should not be forced to do unpaid work for the community because. So our subject is students, right? They should be enjoying life pa ba? Ayun. Their lives is the correct answer. Kasi syempre, plural na si subject. So, lalagyan natin, ipo-pluralize na rin natin yung life. Okay? Next. I enjoyed studying statistics back on my college days. What do you think is the correct answer? When we use the preposition on, we have to only be specific with a date. What is your birthday? My birthday is on May 19th. Okay? When will the class begin? When will the classes begin? In the Philippines, classes begin on July 27th, 2025. What else? So, ang tamang sagot ay in my college days. When there's no specific date, that's when you use the preposition in. My birthday is in May. Kasi hindi ako nagbanggit ng date. In May. In the month of May. Alright? When is he coming back to the Philippines? I don't know exactly, but I've heard that he's coming back to the Philippines in September. Do you know when Ryan's flight is back to the Philippines? Yeah, I've heard that he's flying back on September 15th, 2025. Gagamitan mo na siya ng on kasi may specific date na. Okay? Alright. right. So, complete a sentence in your head before delivering it. Whenever you're in the interview or in the mock test, one-on-one coaching, nag-iisip ba kayo in English or in Filipino? Do you think in English or do you still think in Filipino? Both. So I suggest think in English. Alright? Para kapag i-construct nyo na yung sentence, madali na lang.
Po ba yung task mo po?
Ilang.
Ang alin?
Hindi po ba yung hindi yung favorite?
Task 1.
One, two, three, question. Ano po ba kung pasa yung one, two, three na question?
Walang 1, 2, 3. Sa jeep lang yun. Sa jeep.
Hindi po, pag-graduate mo, kaya po sa akin yung maraming pera kung nakatanggap ka ng
Task 2. Kasi, ano yun? Ang tawag doon, task card. So there's... Ha?
Yung buhay po pa.
Hindi, kailangan buong interview. Think in English. Right? Okay, so sa task 2, yun nga yung my main question. That's usually may 3 to 4 sub-questions. What's your favorite food? What food it is? What does it taste like? How often do you buy it? Where do you buy it? What memory is associated with that food? And mga ganun mga sub-questions. This is the last part of the lecture, which is the common mistakes in pronunciation. Yan. Dito tayo nagkakatalo-talo sa long E versus short I. So, it's rich versus reach. Sap and zap. Fail and fail. So, pag tinanong kayo, where are you from? Hindi Philippines, ah. It's Philippines. I'm from the Philippines. At isa sa mga common mistakes among Filipinos is interchanging B and V consonant sounds. So yung van, nagiging van. Tapos yung ban, nagiging van. Why do you think activists should be banned from universities? Banned. Activist ka ba? Mukha kang activist sa PUP. Nag-aaral ba kayo sa PUP? Ba't alam nyo? Yung mga may pinaglalaban lagi. Silang dalawa, tingnan mo. Kasi mga naka-hoodie, yun yung usual na attire ng mga aktivista sa mga university. Oo. Naka-face mask. Ano? What did he say?
Mukha doon kasi.
Okay. So, may sarili siyang mundo dun. Okay, so, pronunciation is actually very important because if you make a mistake with pronunciation, you can offend the examiner. Diba? So, subjective pa rin sila minsan. Pag hindi ka nila nagustuhan or hindi nila nagustuhan yung sinabi mo, maring personalin nila yung pagsuscore. Kaya ingat-ingat sa pronunciation, guys, ha? So one way for you to improve that is through practice. There's no other way. Practice pronunciation through listening and actually speaking. It's a good thing that you're attending these face-to-face classes kasi natitrain na yung mga tenga ninyo na makinig to listen to a person who speaks in English. Baka nga during the interview, kagaya ko na kayo magsalita. Practice nga, Delvin. How do I talk?
Ano po kasi, ayaw ko talaga yung nilalandian yung word.
What? No, no, no.
Parang
It's
ano
you
po,
the way you
parang
talk.
yung pag-ano lang, parang accent yung nabagoy yung
I'm not changing it. It's just the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to sound. It's the way it's supposed to sound.
pero kung parang ako siguro big kasi yung ng fear yung salita kung ano yung voice mo talaga.
This is my voice, seriously. I can't change it. So pag ginawa ko siyang Filipino English, hindi na ako yun. It's not my personality anymore.
Wala ko sa hindi naman po eh, ma'am.
So, hindi ako. Sino?
Pero ako mga accent, kaya naman yung regional fear lang.
Hindi, sabi mo ako yun eh.
Mm,
Okay. So actually, one of the causes is being too excited. So what you do is when you're too excited and you want to say a lot of things, ang nangyayari, you make more mistakes in pronunciation. So just speak in a normal speaking pace, okay? Slurring or audibility. Yung slurred speech, ito yung, how can I say it in a more decent way? Ito yung, you're not pronouncing words and vowel sounds correctly. Nakarinig na ba kayo ng taong na mild stroke or na stroke? Yun yung slurred speech. Because your mouth is not positioned in the proper way. That's why you cannot enunciate syllable sounds or vowel sounds, consonant sounds correctly. So yun, isa sa mga solution is don't overdo it. Huwag masyadong OA. Kung paano ka magsalita naturally, okay na yun. If ganun ka talaga magsalita, then be it. Okay? You can't change yourself. It's the way you got used to. It's the way you were trained. So definitely, it would sound natural just the way you talk. Pero kung kaya mong improve yung standard ng pronunciation mo, then you can do so, okay? But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Not expressing emotions when talking. Ito yung parang neutral lang yung facial expression mo, tapos parang poker face ka. Kailangan kung ano yung sinasabi mo, sasabay din dun yung tone, yung facial expression. If it's sad, then let it be sad. If it's exciting, smile. Okay? What is an exciting activity for you? I love adventurous activities such as going to amusement parks. To me, that is very entertaining and fun because it makes my adrenaline rush activated.
paano po ba iba?
Huh?
Ano po na yun?
Saan?
Mga bagay po.
Paano
ba?
Hindi ko rin alam yung sagot sa tanong mo. So if you're not excited about something, it means you're not going on the right direction. Because definitely, if you're supposed to go on a certain direction na gusto mo talaga at mahal mo yung ginagawa mo, you're still gonna be excited no matter what. Pero nangyayari din naman yung burnout, ah. Maybe you're burnt out. Maybe you need a little change in your life or someone in your life. Yee!
Hindi mo pwedeng dagdagan.
Ano?
Hindi magbago.
Maybe you could try to do something. Ako, minsan pag nababurnout ako, what I try to do is do an activity that I've never tried before. It makes me feel a certain kind of enthusiasm. And yung thrill na parang, never ko pa ito na-try. Ano kaya to? Right? So for me, one of the activities is like I usually go traveling already. I usually book a staycation. So means nung sunod-sunod na, I thought to myself, this is not interest. Nakakapagod din pala. So parang hindi na ako na-excite. So then I said, okay, I'm not gonna go on any vacation, on a staycation anymore. I think I need to go somewhere that I have never been to. Then maybe my enthusiasm or excitement will spark up, right? Probably if I book a vacation in El Nido, Palawan, yun talaga ma-excite ako. Or if I book 4 days, 3 night vacation in Hong Kong, Disneyland, yun talaga may excite ako. Pero kung dito-dito lang, parang, oh, nakakapagod. What? El Nido, yeah, I want to go there. Okay. Regional accent. Mispronunciation was not corrected early on. Yes. Ito yung mga nakasanayan na nating mga Filipino na way of pronouncing words, such as comfortable. So, instead of saying comfortable, you say comfortable. Pwede din namang comfortable. Pero kung kaya mo yung comfortable, it sounds better. Okay? So, there's a video that I'd like you to watch and try to observe. Okay? Pero wait lang, kasi hindi pala nakakonect sa Bluetooth. Hindi siya nagkoconnect. Wait lang, guys. Ayan, okay. Connected na siya.
Admire, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider, first of all, famous people in your country.
Yep.
So in China, what kind of people become famous?
Politicians, pop stars, and sports stars. It's similar with the other countries, I think.
Is one of those groups more popular than others?
It depends, because for like politicians, you have to know them because they appear all the time on televisions, on newspapers. But for some pop stars, like, because it's especially famous for the young people, because the young people like to follow the stars and the new trends. But for sports stars, they mainly become famous during some Olympic games or some competitions. So it really depends. Yeah.
What about in the past? Were those same people famous in the past? Politicians, sports stars, and pop stars?
I think so, because even I have talked with my parents at their age, and when they was young, they also follow some pop stars and the sports stars, and for the politicians, it changes quite often. So yeah, they're also famous. Yeah.
And how about the future? Where do you think it's going to go?
I think this kind of people will remain famous in the future. This kind of people, because we still have lots of new pop stars, sports stars, and some new politicians. But I think some other people will join them as well. For example, nowadays we some like entrepreneurs. For example, the founder of the Facebook, he's famous for everyone. Even some not weird, but strange people like the founder of the Vicky Vic. He's also popular because the things has done. So I think this kind of new, raising group people will join, the famous people in the future.
And do you think technology is going to be the place where many of our famous people come from in the future?
Definitely, because I think nowadays most of people use the Facebook, the Twitters, so definitely this kind of website or the new technology will help to make people famous, and I think many people are working on it because there are special companies to make these people famous through the internet, the advertisement or promotion.
Now let's talk about celebrity culture. Often famous people are used in advertising.
Yep.
Can you give me some examples of that?
Well, it's quite often, we can see lots famous people on the television. For example, like one typical example is the Michael Jordan, because he is actually, when the first time the Nike become very famous is because Michael Jordan, because he is the first, his first NBA stars, to sign a company to have the, serious commercials for specific companies. And I think that's a typical example, how the famous people to help the company successful, and also the company use his money to make the stars become more famous. So I think, yeah.
And that example you're talking about with Michael Jordan, he's a basketball player who was promoting a product that he was personally involved in producing.
Yeah.
What about celebrities who endorse products for which they have no personal connection?
Yeah, it's quite often because people are profit oriented. Because we can see lots. I think for some like makeup production, we can see lots of famous female stars. They just say, okay, this one's so good, it's fantastic. Nobody know whether she is using or not. Yeah, I think sometimes it depends on ethnical. This is ethnical choice. Someone they really try it and use it and then say, okay, this one's fine, it's good. So we can rely on it. But some of them just want to get the money. So just do the promotion stuff without really using it or testing it.
Now, how about our young people? How might famous people or celebrities have a negative impact on our young people?
Well, as we know, some famous people is not that good. I have to say this. I cannot say that immoral, but the actions they have done is really bad. The example for the young kids or the young generation, because some of them once they become the famous, they just try the drugs, have stay in the clubs, all day, not all day, but all the night, and definitely, young people sometimes cannot distinguish good things or the bad things. Sometimes they just follow the star's actions. So it makes, some of them just, okay, say, it's pretty cool thing, to try some drug because that star is trying it or many stars are trying it. Oh, it's pretty cool, to stay with girls all the time, different girls all the time, some might, adult he's doing the same thing. So I think it's pretty bad negative effects on the young people.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's the end of the speaking test.
Thanks.
Ay, ito pala. Okay, what are the observations that you got sa way niyang sumagot? Na-stress siya. Look at her facial expression. Si Wei. Na-stress ka, no? Ang hirap niyang intindihin. Ano sa tingin niyo score niya? 3 yung lowest, 9 yung highest. That's too high, I think. Naka-6 siya. Kasi lengthy naman yung mga sagot niya. May sense naman. Intellectual answers. And as I said earlier, pronunciation, grammar, considerate ang mga examiner pagdating doon. Pero ito yung mga grounds kung bakit siya naka-6 lang. So these are the things that he did right. Please read it. So these are the reasons why he got not a bad score. 6. Kapag nakakuha kayo ng 6 sa akin, not bad. Ibig sabihin na, not bad. Okay? So, sa first few sessions yun naman, normal lang naman makakuha ng ganong score. Or kung ano man yung sinimulan yung level. But then, eventually, we would like you to improve. Okay? To get a 1 score higher than your target band score. Okay? So what went wrong? He talks for an extended period. Masyadong madaming sinasabi. Hindi alam kung when to stop. And he uses excessive use of the following words such as well, like, cuz, and yeah. Kasi yung word na yeah, very informal. So just say yes. I agree. Absolutely. Instead of saying yeah. Tapos yung filler na like. Does not demonstrate awareness of register or style and uses very informal words like gonna and wanna. Flat intonation. Kung mapapansin nyo, iisa lang yung tono niya. Very monotonous. And a lot of mispronunciation. Ang disadvantage kasi ng mga countries such as Japan, South Korea, China, wala silang L and R. Kaya pakat sila sa L and R, kung mapapansin ninyo. Okay? So we're gonna watch another video of a better performance.
We've been talking about a well-known person you like or admire, and I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions related to this. Let's consider first of all famous people in your country. So in Malaysia, what kind of people become famous?
In Malaysia, definitely the politicians and also some actors and actresses are very famous among Malaysians.
So what about in the past? Is that the same as in the past? Were politicians and actors and actresses always?
I think definitely in the past, if we're talking about the 50s and 60s, movies were the #1 communication tool between villages or towns. So the people definitely knew actors and actresses better than the politicians. Compared to now, you have TV and news where people follow politicians' personal life more than an actor or actress.
Because in many cultures, quite the opposite has happened, where politicians used to be quite well known, whereas nowadays movie stars, television stars are more well known. What do you think about in the future? Do you think that that's going to continue? Politicians will continue to be?
I think definitely in the future, because the world is becoming more globalized, Malaysians would have a tendency to be exposed to more international programs, and they know more international celebrities compared to the local actors and actresses or local politicians. So we would follow international politics, maybe American or British politics, or even the models or actresses internationally.
Well, let's talk about celebrity culture. Often famous people are used in advertisements. Can you give me some examples of that?
Yeah, famous people like actors and actresses are used in advertisements, and especially sports celebrities like Tiger Woods or Roger Federer promoting sports equipment or sports shoes or clothes. Other than that, I think it's more models and actresses that sponsor perfume and clothes. And
is that always true that whatever profession they're involved in, that's the kind of product that they tend to promote?
I don't think that's true, because a lot of celebrity actresses support perfumes and support clothes whereby actually it should be models that do it.
But isn't that sort of glamorous kind of side of Hollywood that they can try to bring to the public?
I suppose that's what they're trying to do. The marketing, the people who are marketing the product are trying to bring in the glamour that celebrity holds. But yeah, I suppose a celebrity, they do have that grasp over people's mindset and what they should buy, the consumerism.
Now you're talking about their influence
Yes.
on the consumer. What about on the young? Do celebrities, do you think, produce negative effects in our youth?
Definitely, I think they do. As you can see, like lifestyle and health, celebrities are becoming thinner, models and celebrities. And when you open a magazine, young girls will be exposed to thin models, and they think that that's normal for them to be thin, and that could cause them to go into anorexia or bulimia or unhealthy practices because they think being thin is the norm, whereas being healthy and being normal bodied is actually the norm.
Now, what about young boys? Do you think that celebrities can have an influence on young boys?
I think most definitely. I think young boys could be influenced in a way materialistically. Like they would want the big car that the celebrities drive, and they want the bling, and they want all the cool gadgets and tools that there are out there, and it could make boys realize that materialistic things are the only way to happiness.
Now, what about public opinion? How might celebrities be used to influence public opinion?
Celebrities are used actually to, like, if you can see PETA, the protection of the endangered animals, they use celebrities to get to the public. There's like this promotion where they get celebrities to go naked to show that animals are stripped, especially like seals and foxes and all that, for their fur. And it strikes a chord because it's a celebrity. Oh, that person's doing that. Let's look at the poster. Oh, what's the message? Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Very much.
Okay, so that's simply how you get a band 9. Simply. Naman. Okay. So, ganun lang. Nakaka-band 9 ka na. Well, hindi naman din ganun ka-clear yung pronunciation niya, kung mapapansin nyo. Nagsastutter siya. Hindi nga lang ganun ka-frequent. And she seemed confident, right? Definitely. She speaks fluently. She didn't self-correct. Okay? Meaning, assertive siya talaga. Her answers were mostly coherent and appropriate at most times. And gumamit din siya ng precise vocabulary in all situations. Okay? So that's why she got a 9. So, nakakailang coaching sessions na kayo? Yung mga 0 pa lang dyan, habol-habol din. Nakakailang coaching session ka na? This is the 4th one today. Oh, good. You're halfway, almost halfway. Okay? Huh? If you don't want to come here tomorrow, you can have the coaching with me today. Sipag. And then, as mentioned last week, 10 writing exercises as well. 5 task 1, 5 task 2. Kay Sir Kevin po magpapacheck. Kung kailan siya nandito this week, malalaman natin sa takdang panahon. Attend minor lectures related to speaking. This one is one of them. The major lecture is speaking skills enhancement, but definitely any other lecture would be helpful in speaking. Review your orange book. We don't have spare orange books as of now, but once we do, we're gonna lend you them. Pero ang alam ko may soft copy. Ayun, sinend ni Sir Kevin pala ang soft copy. Thank you, Sir Kevin. Search nyo lang, Orange Book. So, the way you do that is you access. So, di ba, punta kayo sa. Wait lang. You're gonna go to Wong Chong. Yan. And may makikita kayong magnifying glass on the upper right corner of your device. And click nyo lang yung gusto nyo hanapin. Kung gusto nyo hanapin, type nyo lang Shannon ST nyo. Just kidding. So, type nyo lang Orange Book. Search. At, ayun, nakalink na nga, nilink ni Sir Kevin noong May 21. Soft copy. Kung gusto nyo ipa-print, why not? But if you feel like a digital copy is enough, then enough is enough. Okay, practice answering speaking task cards. So after every speaking lecture, nagsisend kami ng links ng PDF files ng mga task cards. Nire-recycle lang din naman yun, guys. Kaya kung ano man yung papractice nyo sa task cards na yun, go. Yun din naman ang more likely lalabas sa exam. Ngayon, kung na-overwhelm ka sa dami yung nasa task card, gumamit ka na lang ChatGPT. Type mo lang, IELTS speaking. Question set. Task 1 to 3. Ay! Mali ako lang. So, may mga lalabas na dyan na parang sample na pwede mong pag-practicean. If tinatamad ka, i-access yung PDF file. IELTS speaking part 1, part 2, and part 3. So, dyan lang din ako nagsisearch pag naghahanap ako ng iba pa. Yung mga itinatanong ko sa inyo, dun ko lang din sinesearch. Okay, expand your vocabulary. Paulit-ulit na lang si ma'am. Ganun talaga. Kasi, mabilis kayong makalimot. Watch English movies, TV shows. Be confident on your preparations. Start strong and finish strong. Aim for a 9. Thank you so much for joining sa mga Zoom members. Patrick, Benjo, Kurt, Jillian, Mello. I'll see you guys at the branch. Kung magpapacoaching kayo, be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll see you and have a great Wednesday. Bye!